Hi guys, welcome to a very special episode today.
Yay.
Today we are on our way to
Georgia. And then we are at Suvarnabhumi airport. I'm very excited. We haven't left the country for years already. And at the airport it's very crowded today. Luckily that we decided to book our package with Planet Travel. It's very convenient after COVID situation. We didn't have to make plans for ourselves. And this company has a good reputation and they've been around for a while.
So why Georgia?
Well, because I'm very obsessed with historical cities and towns, and I like learning cultures as well. And you?
Well, all of that, and also it's just an opportunity to get away from the hustle and bustle that is Bangkok. Bangkok is a wonderful place, but the traffic does get a bit much, and sometimes you just need something new.
Yeah, and we both agree on going someplace like colder. It'd be autumn in Georgia, but it's colder than in winter in Thailand now.
There is no winter in Bangkok.
Yes, it is. It's winter now.
No, there is no winter in Bangkok.
Yeah, because I'm a Thai citizen, so they didn't require my visa, but Sean had to do one.
Yeah, there's an online portal where you can apply for the visa. I had to do it twice, unfortunately, because the portal doesn't really stipulate all the documentation required. So I sent in the documents the first time, paid about 750 baht, and they declined it, and we had to, through the channels, figure out, oh, they required more documentation. They required my passport, a photo, my marriage certificate, proof of residence, and yeah, that's about it.
But it's quite easy because you could do everything online and print out the document and show at the airport.
Yeah, but just if you are applying for it, just double check and make sure that you've got all the necessary documents. You'll be good to go.
Okay, and it's almost our depart time, and we are flying with Turkish Airlines going to Japan in Istanbul. It may take around 10 hours from here to there, and then around 2 to 3 hours to Georgia. See you guys there. Finally, after the 13-hour flight, we are here in Georgia. We landed at Tbilisi, the capital city of Georgia, but now we are at Mtskheta. It's a small town just only 20 kilometers. It was the capital city of Georgia before they moved to Tbilisi. They have only a few population, 20,000, and the town is very small and nice.
It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's been around since 1000 BC. Now, archaeologists have discovered that this is actually on one of the old trading routes, and that it was a very, very famous trading post.
Yeah, and if you're looking for some souvenirs, this is a good place to have it because they are cheap. And we are going to have lunch, show you guys some pictures, and then let's go to the city. Gorgeous, like go inside. How's the weather? Suck it. Right, and now we are at a souvenir shop in Mtskheta because I need the mop so bad. It's gonna be colder tomorrow. Look at this thing, the souvenirs are really nice and the price not too expensive.
Right now we are at the Tbilisi Cathedral, and this Georgian architectural wonder has been around since the 3rd century and has served as a religious landmark for hundreds of years.
Yeah, and inside that ceremony all the and one system is King one called Gudauri, the one who covered Tbilisi and decided to go capital city from Mtskheta to Tbilisi. Okay, behind us is the Gudauri monastery.
It's an old 6th century Georgian monastery that's built right opposite the Mtskheta mountains.
Yeah, it's a place that Saint Nano had a dream that she had to declare Christianity, so she decided to put the wooden cross here and start teaching Christianity. Okay, this is inside Gudauri monastery. And that Mtskheta on the opposite, and also you can see the convent of Gudauri and Arabi rivers. Okay, so the last place for today is the Chronicle of Georgia.
It was built in 1985 to commemorate all of Georgian history.
Yeah, and you can see that like 60 pillars, and it's tall, right? 30 to 35 meters tall, and they encrypt pictures of kings and queens of Georgia, and also history of Christ. Okay guys, now we are at shopping center in Tbilisi. Checking out our prices here. I think some items are cheaper than in Thailand, especially booze.
Yeah, the wine is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I show you guys some item. This wine, let's see, this one is only 9.8. It's lovely 130 baht. Dear.
You made a friend.
Yeah.
All right, so we just came out of the shopping center, and yeah, it's pretty decent. A lot of the prices and the foods that they've got there actually remind me of foods that we have in Namibia and in South Africa. So it was a bit of a touch of home, I guess.
And we got the Caesarea very huge, and it's only about 75 baht. It's so big here.
Yeah, it's not expensive at all.
And this is interesting, the local dessert. It looks like Turkish snack. Yeah, we'll try it and tell you feedback. And also, we can't miss.
Yeah, everything a grown boy needs. Some beer.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than in
Super
Thailand.
cheap,
Super cheap
yeah,
here.
very, very
they
cheap.
have like 2.5 liter bottle of beer.
Yeah,
It's
2.5
only
liters of beer.
130 baht.
That's crazy.
And there's
Got some apples for less than 10 baht.
Yeah, it's less than 10 baht.
Four apples.
Yeah. Oh, and I got my boots too. See? Yeah, and this is only 1,000 something. It's really cheap and really warm inside. After this, we are going to check in our hotel. We may show you guys a little bit, have a dinner, and see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we are at the hotel. Finally, so tired. But the room is standard room. It's okay. Lovely though, but because it's almost winter, so they don't have an air conditioner working out. We had to open window a bit.
One nap later.
Good morning guys, now we are heading to Kazbegi, maybe visit some places along the way. Sean already finished his breakfast.
The breakfast was really decent. They had a wide selection of meats and cheeses and different kinds of breads. So yeah, I'm pretty full.
Awesome. And the place that we are going, temperature will be minus or 1 digit, so wish us luck.
See you there.
Okay, and behind us is Suvarnabhumi Reservoir. So beautiful. It's created during Russian wars here.
It's also the place that supplies most of the water to the capital city.
Tbilisi. Okay, now we are at Ananuri complex. Yeah, and this is one of the best protected monuments of Georgia. And this place was seated by Duke of Aragvi, and it's on Aragvi River, which is from 13th century.
There's an old legend that tells of an invading army that approached the castle, and a lot of the Georgian people were forced to close themselves off in the castle. And the invading enemy thought, well, this is good because at least they'll starve to death. But they didn't know that there was a tunnel that actually connected the castle to the river. So a couple of days later, the Georgian guards started throwing fish up in the air to provoke the enemy. So they knew then that they had access to the outside world. Eventually, they kidnapped a woman named Anna of Nuri, and they tortured her for information how to get into the castle. She never gave them the information though, and so the castle was named after her, Anna Nuri.
Now we are inside the tower. It's a bit dark here, and the floor is made of wood. The way going up and down is a bit narrow. Well, we are inside the tower of another different place, but the way going up is quite narrow. Okay, and now I'm inside one of the church of Ananuri complex. The other one is closed down, and you can see the Pascal style painting. And the technique of this painting, they're using colors made of fruits and vegetables and paint the wall during it's wet. Yeah, because this fortress has been through a lot of battlefield, so the road was leading here. It's called Georgian Military Road. Okay, now we are having lunch along the way to Gudauri.
Yeah, we're at the Hauptbau restaurant. It's like a German style, German cuisine restaurant.
Yeah, I had it too in Germany. And the lunch today is a gill toast. And they also serve shelling salad and soup. I'll show you the pictures later. Okay, now I'm going to try this. It looks like a dumpling, xiaolong bao in China, but this Georgian local food is called Gudauri. Well, the flour is very thick and it's bigger than Chinese dumpling. Now we are trying milani in the pot. It's a Georgian original food. It's nice though, a bit salty, but yeah, so nice, creamy, salty.
Alright, so we just arrived at Gergeti Trinity Church. It's a very, very famous Georgian Orthodox church. And it was built in the 14th century, but not much is known about its history. If you look at the architecture, you'll see it's very, very traditional.
Yeah, and before we came to this, we arrived Gudauri, had to change the car there to be a four-wheel drive. And the way up here is quite loud and tumble. Okay, I will show you guys out. And the church on Caucasus Mountain. And in winter, you will see a lot of snow cover this. Really beautiful. We are at Latvian Georgian Friendship Monument. This place was built by Latvia in 1982 to celebrate 200 years of friendship between Georgia and Latvia. That never happened.
Yeah, currently relations between the Georgians and Russians is not looking very good right now, but hey, true friendship.
Yeah, and this monument is located in Gudauri. It's a famous ski resort in Georgia. And the view from the monument is stunning.